My name's Megan. I'm here to show you how to make some homemade deodorant using natural products from your home. This video I'm making actually for my friend Sherry, who I sent the recipe to, and she said, no, you need a video because she needed a visual aid. So Sherry, this is for you. We're going to start, the base is 3 ingredients, and that's all you really need. But we're going to add some smelly stuff with some essential oil, lavender essential oil. So that'll be at the end. So we're going to start out with cornstarch right here, which is it absorbs the moisture, helps absorb the moisture, and also cuts the baking soda a bit, so it's a little more gentle on your armpits. Next ingredient we're going to use is pure baking soda. Baking soda, it regulates pH. It neutralizes acids and bases. So absorbs odor, and you definitely want to absorb odor in your pit area, so that'll be fun. And the last one is coconut oil. I think this is the store brand, but you might be able to get some coconut oil. You might have to go to like the specialty aisle of your grocery store. I just found it, with the olive oil. So coconut, the only thing is coconut oil has a very, very low melting point. It's 76 degrees. So you have to keep this deodorant at room temperature or above 76 degrees, or else you're going to have deodorant soup, which I've still used and it's fine, but it's a little weird. This is going to be make more like a paste. It's still not as solid as your normal deodorant, or your normal commercial deodorant, but it also doesn't have a lot of funky ingredients in it, so you can feel good about that. So the basic recipe is 1 part cornstarch. So we're going to use a cup of cornstarch in this recipe. Just going to dump it in there. And we don't get fancy at all here, so I don't sift, don't do much of anything. We're going to use 1 part baking soda, so there's another cup of baking soda. And then we're going to use equal parts coconut oil, but coconut oil is kind of a funny oil. It's more of a solid, so well, I don't know, it's kind of solidy. See that? It's currently 78 degrees in my house, so it's not a happy camper there. It's just kind of goopy, clumpy. Now some recipes I found, they like to put all of this in a saucepan and melt it down together. I don't get fancy. I just I don't even measure it, to be honest. I just kind of put what I think will work, and then you just stir it up. Can you see it in there? See? So it's going to be kind of like a thick paste is the consistency you want, but you can stop mixing anytime you want to. This is a really big batch. I usually make up a couple batches, and my husband doesn't like his to smell like girly, so I'll make his with, some either non-smelly, or I'm just going to add a little more coconut oil. Looks like it's not, I didn't put enough in. And see how it goes there. It's going to start looking more and more solid. And this is kind of the weird part, because it starts clumping up, and this is good. This is what you want it to be like. So let me show you what we got here so far. Is this weird kind of goop, pasty goop, which then I usually just put this in like a baby jar or any kind of jar that you can get your hands into, because you do apply it with your hands, and my friend Susan calls this pit goo, because it is pit gooey. The other thing I've seen is people make it a little thicker, don't add as much coconut oil, and then you can put it in an empty deodorant stick that you've already used, like a commercial deodorant stick. So but of course you'd have to use less coconut oil, so it's a little thicker than this. because this wouldn't really work. Or maybe, you know, store it in the fridge. That would definitely keep it a little more solid. And when it dries, I don't know if you can see this, it dries completely clear, so you can just see that, just kind of shiny, and then it kind of just solidifies on a clear film on your armpits. I think this is the most I've said armpit in one conversation than I've ever have. But and then, so we just do this, and then I'll just take some of it, and let's use this again, this little measuring cup, and I give them different smells. So I have some lavender oil here. Lavender oil also has antiseptic and antifungal properties, so that's good. You won't have any fungus growing in your armpits. And I just do, you know, 5 to 10 drops until I can usually smell it pretty good. You don't want it too strong, I don't think, but strong enough. I like smelling like a girl, like a lady, a little flowery. Yeah, it smells good. It's just, so see, it's kind of thickening up as it solidifies a little bit. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is you can just actually, Sherry didn't want to touch her pits. She thought that was a little too much. So if you don't want to touch your pits, just mix 1 part cornstarch and 1 part baking soda together, and you can use a powder puff if you're feeling fancy, or a makeup brush, or anything like that, and just apply it as a powder to your armpits, and that works fine too. Or use the deodorant stick method. So there it is. That's how you make homemade deodorant. Thanks guys for watching.